Eevee. If I had to name a Pokemon nowadays that has been getting a lot more media attention, it would have to be this thing. Other than Pikachu, of course, because that's just unfair. But seriously, when it comes to events, games, movies even, Eevee has been constantly popping up in the limelight, and I think that means Game Freak is at least planning something here. And of course, when you think of the Pokemon Eevee, something that pretty much coincides with it has to be the Eeveelution options. And ever since all the way back in 2013 with Pokemon X and Y, we have literally gotten nothing in terms of a new Eeveelution. And since Generation 8 is of course an even number, and ever since Generation 2, Eeveelutions have been introduced in even generations, so it's pretty safe to assume that we're probably going to be getting one once Pokemon Sword and Shield is finally released. Or maybe I'm just stupid and the concussion is making me see things. But either way, today I thought it would be fun to predict and show you guys what I personally want to see for a new Eeveelution. And with that said, welcome to my top 5 new Eeveelutions that I would like to see in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now I know a year ago I did a... Wait a second, it's been a year since I've uploaded that video? Jesus Christ. Anyways, I know a year ago I did a video on all of the possible Eeveelutions for Generation 8, but the difference between that video and this one is that these are the ones that I personally want to see rather than just listing out all of the possible Eeveelutions. For this list, I have rated these Pokemon based on design, but I will also go into detail on possible stats and moves for the Pokemon. Speaking of which, I do not own any of these awesome Fakemon designs. All of the creators will be credited in the description as well as in the video. One last thing before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being so supportive in the comment section in last week's video, and being so supportive of Andrew covering for me, because, you know, with my whole concussion and fractured skull situation, it's been kind of hard these past few weeks to really process information and like read out words and do my job effectively, because I can't read properly. But things are getting better now, slowly but surely, and I'm recording now, so hopefully things should be good. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And with that being said, let's get started. A typing that I'm really surprised to have been rarely used throughout the Pokemon franchise happens to be one of the most common types at the same time. It sounds confusing, but let me explain. The flying type as an actual typing is very often used as a dual typing, but by itself, there's only one pure flying type discounting Arceus, and one evolutionary line that has flying as its primary typing. And with the announcement of Corviknight, we now have one more addition to the primary flying type family, but it's still very small. So to give more love to the pure flying types, why not add a flying type Eeveelution? And after searching far and wide through the internet, which was essentially like 10 minutes for me, I believe that this design made by Startboii is one of the best designs for an Eeveelution I've seen. Now sure, it's more catered towards being a dragon type, but honestly, I can also see this thing being a flying type. It just looks so majestic and adorable to me for it to be a dragon type, but of course, I think it could probably go both ways. For stats, as most of you already know by now, all Eeveelutions have the same splits and base stat totals, but are distributed into different specific stats. For example, Umbreon, the dumbest of the Eeveelutions, has a base I can't say that. For example, Umbreon has a base 130 special defense, 110 defense, and 95 attack, whereas a Pokemon like Espeon has 130 special attack, 110 speed, and 95 special defense. So basically, in short, the specific numbers have to be the same. So for this flying type Eeveelution, I'm going to put the most stats into its speed, 110 into physical attack, and 95 into physical defense. This way it can be very fast and make the most of its flying type move pool. Speaking of which, for moves, it should definitely get access to Roost, maybe Brave Bird, but it's kind of a weird one because, you know, it's not a bird. Swords Dance, and probably a cool signature move that is a physical flying type. Comment section, I'm gonna need you to help me with this one. And thank you to Raul Martinez for help with the last signature move. Thank you, Raul. Very cool. Either way, I think we can all agree it's pretty surprising how little pure flying types there are, so why not show it some love by giving us this new Eeveelution? Now listen, I know I didn't show that much love to the poison typing in the last top 5 video, since you guys made that abundantly clear that we do not have a poison type legendary or mythical, but hey, I'm gonna make that up to you right now. With that said, coming in at the number 4 spot, an Eeveelution that I would personally like to see appear in the Galar region has to be a poison type Eeveelution. And I think this design made by a really good friend of the channel, Devildman, is the perfect concept for a poison type Eeveelution. And wait, before you start typing that hate comment, yes, I did put this in my last Eeveelution video, but let me explain. First, this is the only art that is making a reappearance in this video, and secondly, I thought this art was so great and amazing that I visually can't see anything else as a poison type Eeveelution besides this concept. I would say that this thing is a freaking badass, but according to my comment section, I say that word way too much, so I'm putting a temporary ban on that word on the channel. But this thing is so freaking badass! For stats, I can see this Pokemon being strong in its physical defense and HP, while having its special attack be the 95. For moves, the obvious Toxic, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, and Toxic Spikes would be a good way to go. And as a fun side thing, a way to have it evolve from Eevee could possibly be giving it the Toxic Orb and leveling it up. You could probably also maybe just have it get poisoned and level it up. Either way works fine. And if this Pokemon were to ever come around in Generation 8, I would definitely be adding one to my team. Now, if you held a gun to my head and made me choose what is the most likely Eeveelution we're going to be getting in the next Pokemon games, I would probably put my life in the hands of the Steel typing. God, I hope that never happens. But my sad, boring, and depressing life aside, as you guys know from the what is the strongest Pokemon type video, the Steel typing is the strongest type in the Pokemon games, or at the very least, one of them. So adding an Eeveelution with that specific typing, of course, has to make for a very good and strong Pokemon. And if I were to pick a design to measure up to this stature, I'd definitely have to go with this design made by, of course, Devildman. Sure, the design does have a little of the Umbreon vibes to it, but I have to say the unique additions of the steel-like armor really gives this cool cyborg vibe to it. For stats, since the Steel typing tends to be on the more defensive side, I think it's a must to make this thing an all-around wall. So that means 130 physical defense and 110 special defense, and to make it somewhat formidable in its attacking, let's give it a 95 in its physical attack. For moves, let's give it access to Stealth Rocks, Bullet Punch, Iron Head, Gyro Ball, and why not just give it Curse too? Mix all of these amazing qualities together, and well, I think you for sure have yourself a Pokemon that is going to be very sought after. I know I want one. By far, if you had to guess which Pokemon typing is most people's favorites, I feel like everyone would go with the Dragon typing. I mean, it's not hard to see why when you look at all of the amazingly strong and powerful Pokemon that have spawned from there, so it comes as a surprise to me that there hasn't been a Dragon type Eeveelution yet. But hey, with a new generation coming out in the near future, what better way to kick it off with a bang than to introduce a new Dragon type Eeveelution? And if that were to happen, I think this design made by SplatterParrot would be a perfect idea to use. I mean, look at this thing. It's like the perfect mix of cute to match up with the other Eeveelutions, but also screams, "Do not test me, I will snatch your chain." Okay, maybe not to that far of a point, but you get it. For stats, I'd love to see this Pokemon just be an all-out attacking beast. So that means 130 physical attack, 110 speed, and let's give it some defense at 95. For moves, the obvious Dragon Dance and Dragon Claw are a must, but I'd also like to see this thing get Recover and maybe Iron Head for coverage. Honestly, I don't know who wouldn't want to see this happen in a future Pokemon game, so why not have it happen in Pokemon Sword and Shield? Listen, I know what you're about to say. So what in God's name could ever top that amazing Dragon-type Eeveelution, Eryizo? You're stupid if you think there is something. First of all, calm down, I can't hear you. And secondly, this last design I'm about to show you is the main and only reason why I had to move the Dragon Pokemon down one spot. This design, made again by SplatterParrot, if I had to put it into words, is just insane in a very, very good way. First of all, when we already have Eeveelutions for Dark and Psychic, I feel as though Ghost should get one too, considering they're very often paired together as a trio, and even if you wanted to put Fairy in that mix, we got one of those too, so there you go. It's high time now we get ourselves my favorite dinner, being a dead dog, and if I had to pick one, this thing would be it. As for stats, a fast special attacker with pretty decent physical defense is the way to go. And for moves, you gotta go with Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, Focus Blast, Hex, and I think Taunt would also work very nicely. In total, I really only want to see this typing for an Eeveelution the most because I think the design is pretty frickin' epic, and sometimes that's all you really need to make an amazing Pokemon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and become an Eryizo today. If you want to check out the previous video I did, be sure to click the annotation on the left. And if you guys want to see some more Pokemon Sword and Shield videos, click the other annotation on the right. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.